Silver's on the scene, and we are in wet country down in South Georgia as we're out doing our work. Here we are. Happy Friday to everyone. It is Friday, September 6th. Sebastian Rogers missing now 193 days. Oof, we got 6.5 months. Must find him. So today, take a look at the thumbnail. We're going to look at three things. Dog, woof, woof, woof. Dog, the bounty hunter's involved. And he has raised that reward to $100,000. It's very exciting. Way to go, dog. Two, Katie. What are you doing out driving around? What were you doing? Maybe unjamming? And three, does Yogi even care? Let's jump right into it. Let's get going. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Hope everyone's doing great. We've got to talk about these three things here, and we've got to find Sebastian Rogers. Missing teen. Take a look at the new flyer. So we've had one flyer we've been using for 6 months. FBI comes out with their flyer and $50,000 reward. And now we've got the flyer that has everything on it, right? I'm loving the 6 photos, okay? I'm loving missing teen. I'm loving Sebastian Rogers' name up there. Very, very good flyer. Way to go, dog, right? Have you seen me? Sebastian Rogers, 15-year-old, autistic teenager, missing from his home, gone from his home, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 193 days, 6.5 months. Have you seen me? $100,000 reward, right? $100,000 reward. Dog has gotten involved, and we know that why he's the dog is because when he latches on, he will not let go until he finds Sebastian and brings him home. This is exciting, folks. It's very exciting. It's kind of like you're doing these things and we're all working, this YouTube community and online community, and we're working and we're trying to find Sebastian, and boom, out of the sky drops dog. Large, big presence, and known for bringing people home, and he's joined our efforts. This is amazing. So take a look here. Call the dog, 833-TELL-DOG. So simple. You're out there, you see something, 833-TELLDOG. It's so easy, 833-TELL-DOG. Make that phone call. Email tips at manhunts.one. Tips at manhunts.one. And then down here, if you're not okay with the 833-TELL-DOG, which I think is very easy, that is 833-835364. $100,000 reward. Way to go, dog. Thank you for joining our efforts. Glad to have you, and let's keep looking. Sebastian Rogers. On to part two here. Katie unjamming. Now, we all are familiar with this video in this area. Flashlight video area. A lot of videos on it. Mob Crew has done the best, in my opinion, to break it down. Chris also discovered that security cameras allegedly have been jammed. Jammed so they won't record the correct date or time, or better yet, record nothing at all. Car going up and down Kellen, turning in on Stafford, trying to jam these cameras. So here's a question I have. We all know that took place, allegedly. And allegedly Katie jumped in her car 6:30 that morning after running around the house and took off, in her words, to look for Sebastian. Allegedly to look for Sebastian. So when she jumped in her car and took off, basically here's what she did. The Stafford home, She jumps in the car. She comes out of the garage. She goes here. Now, at this point, she can go right and go straight to the high school really quick. She may have went this way, and I'm not sure about that. Maybe somebody can comment in the comments. But if she went this way, did she come back home this way? Or did she go this way and cut through the new neighborhood? You'll see right here. You cut through. You go up to here. You go up to Kellen. And you could cut through the new neighborhood and then make your way over to the high school. But here's the question, folks. When Katie went out, was she looking for Sebastian? She says she was, and that's the only time we're aware she's ever looked for him. And that leads me to this question. Someone emailed me and asked this: could Katie have been unjamming the security cameras? So they were jammed approximately 3 hours before this. Was she undoing the jamming 3 hours later? It perfectly fits, and this is all allegedly, in my opinion. Allegedly, in my opinion, I'm stating that. The question we have to ask: did Katie leave the home and do the drive around, not to look for Sebastian, but more so to unjam the cameras before they made the call to the law enforcement and before the law enforcement showed up, knowing they would go looking at home security cameras? So there's your question, folks. Think about that. Something I never thought about. She said she went out looking for Sebastian. I believe her. She went out. Is he walking to school? She did that little mile loop. Was she really looking for him? Hopefully so. I hope she was. Yet we have to ask the question, was she unjamming cameras in the neighborhood from this flashlight video area? Something to think about. What were you doing, Katie? What were you doing? And then lastly here, we all know this RV, and we all know where this RV is when I took this photo. This is actually a screen grab from one of my videos when I was in Horn Lake, Mississippi, looking for Sebastian. Each time I would go look for him, I would do a drive-by Yogi Bear RV park. Chris sat in the front. This is the front spot of the park. Okay. Very front spot, facing Highway 51. So if you drove by Highway 51, to give you a lay of the land, if you haven't seen some of my other videos, you could literally roll down your window, take a picture of the RV without ever stopping. That's how close. The main road is basically right here. Okay. So front spot, easy to spot, Yogi Bear, Horn Lake, Mississippi. We know he was there. So the question we tried to find is, the answer to the question we tried to find is this: was he there? Was Chris Proudfoot there the night Sebastian went missing? And even more so, a couple of days later, when he went to retrieve that RV, did he retrieve it from Yogi Bear or some other RV park? We know one we've cleared and one there's no record of him. So, as you know, I contacted Yogi 3 phone calls. The first one, they were closed. The second one, they asked me to leave a voicemail. On my third attempt, I spoke to someone who would not, based on their privacy policy, give me any information. Totally understand. So then I emailed. And what was I trying to do? I was not looking for someone who was currently there. I can totally get that 100%. And I'm not just randomly looking if someone's been there for no reason. Ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned earlier, the dog is involved. There is a missing child. A missing child, okay? And with a missing child, as Dog says right here, look at this. You can run, but you cannot hide whoever did it. He talks about the autism and his medical issues. There's a missing child. And I understand privacy. But if you are suspect, allegedly in my opinion, of possibly doing something with this child, all hands on deck. I'm never asking for current information today. I'm asking for past information. Hey, was someone here on this day? Yes or no? That's it. Because the no means then they probably didn't bring a body here, allegedly in my opinion. The yes means there could be a body nearby, allegedly in my opinion. So, I got nothing on the phone call. Then I did get a response to my email. The email was sent on Labor Day, so it's the second Monday. And yesterday I received an email 3 days later on the 5th. I'm not going to read the email other than give you what it basically says in summary. We cannot give out that information due to our privacy policy. Please stop contacting us. Then they said, we appreciate your determination and dedication to finding this missing child and helping his family. However, due to our privacy policies, we cannot assist in that, basically, right? So I'm not going to take it as an aggressive email. I don't think it was. They're doing their job. They're doing their job based on a policy. Here's the question I ask everyone, and this country we live in. When are we going to start putting children missing ahead of policy? Children missing ahead of business. If our children are our future, if human beings are important, if life is important, it should come above and beyond everything. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the person or persons who have taken Sebastian, who have possibly harmed Sebastian, no rules apply to them, right? No rules apply to them. I understand we have to keep guidelines and order. Yet to say, hey, I'm just going to tell you this person was here on this date, then that can lead us in the direction we need to. And maybe that's a thing for law enforcement, and I totally respect that. So I just want to kind of give you a highlight of my reply. This was my reply to the email. Good day to the name. Thank you for your reply. Much appreciated. I understand and will not make further contact after this email. I phoned your Memphis resort 3 times. First time, no one answered as you were closed. Second time, I left a message. And the third time, I spoke to someone who, per your policy, would not give me any information. And then I sent an email by way of your website. Just attaching the most recent missing persons flyer for Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing since February 26, 2024. 15-year-old autistic boy gone from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. If you could find it in your heart to post this flyer at your resorts, especially those in Tennessee and Mississippi, to help bring awareness to this child missing more than 6 months, it would be greatly appreciated. The more people who are aware of his disappearance, the more eyes are looking, and the more likely the chance we find him and bring him home to his family. Again, thank you for replying to my email. Make it a fantastic day. Thank you. So, what can we accomplish out of this? Hopefully, they'll take this recent flyer and at least post it into the Tennessee and Mississippi Yogi Bear Resort RV parks. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you post this there and someone comes in for the first time to check in, or someone is checking out and they see Sebastian's face, if they go down the street 100 miles or 500 miles to the next park, maybe they see him and he's fresh on their mind. So hopefully they post them so he can bring more awareness, and then with the $100,000 reward, that just brings more and more and more awareness. So that's what it's about, right? Bringing the awareness so we can find them, keeping the awareness alive so we can find them and get justice. So there you have it. Let me get back to this because this is what it's about. It's about Sebastian Rogers, missing now 6.5 months. Big reward out there. Dog is on the case. Katie, what were you doing? And Yogi, have it in your heart to at least post the flyers. I beg of you. So that's it. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm a big NFL fan, Falcons fan. Football is back. Last night's game was great. We've got games coming up this weekend. Got college ball as well. Have a great weekend. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. And as always, Silver's on the scene. More to come. Stay tuned. More to come. Thank you.